What's up, YouTube? This Buzzy on the B-hole. I got some clips for y'all to check out.
Ran through, y'all both done had kids, y'all both is old as shit. Like, let's talk about it.
A man can't be ran through.
A man is always ran through.
A man
got
runs
community
through.
dick.
No, a man
That's
runs through.
No,
he can't.
A man
be
runs
ran
through what a woman allows him
It's
to
not
run through.
even logically possible. That's a nonsensical argument.
Okay.
So, do you have a penis to put inside someone? No, I do.
I do.
I can run through all of.
And my son told me this when he was 17 years old, and it crushed me, but I needed that. He said, if you really loved me the way that you said you loved me, you would have taught me how to survive in the situations that you were afraid of killing me instead of protecting me and not teaching me how to protect myself. And that is what happens when mothers think that they can raise men. We don't teach them how to protect themselves the way that a man teaches a man how to protect himself. What we do is we coddle them and we become this wall of security that come crashing down when they get to smelling theyself and they in their 18s and 19s and now he can't live in your house no more, and you send him out into the world unprotected, and that's why he resents you.
Facts. Because it indirectly disrupts their understanding.
Yes.
You love them so much.
The birth of a villain story. Like,
Yes.
that's the birth of a villain story. You know how a lot of villains have complex relationships with mommy?
Yes.
And it's like, because I love to hate her, I know that she only did it because she loved me.
Yes.
But if she really loved me, you would have taught me how to protect myself. Instead, you stood
Kept me away from.
Not saying that women can't raise successful men, but you got a good chance, a way better chance if you got a man in the house to teach structure, discipline, and all that good stuff. Boys need to know that they'll get in trouble if something happen that they're not supposed to be doing. And women do a lot of coddling, so you need a man. You need a man.
Woman said to me the other day, what do you think is one of the #1 dating problems? I said, if I tell you, you ain't gonna wanna hear it. She said, no. I said, I'm gonna tell you. She said, what? I said, in most cases, a man has to change for a relationship because women want men to be a particular way. But anytime a man remotely tells them about themselves, of what they want, you have to accept them for them. And that's a problem. You want a grown person to change for you, but you're not willing to change for the grown up. In most cases, most men don't complain a lot about what they want. You talk about in most cases, lady, you get in your feelings, you're in denial. Unless you dated some very weak men. If you dated some very weak men, please do not jump in this conversation because you're gonna use your very weak men and make that the standard. In most cases, most men complain less about what they want in relationships. And most women think they're better in relationships they are because most men don't complain as much.
I'm disrespecting my husband because I'm friends with a man?
But I think it's not that you're friends with a man. The point is you're not listening to him. Like, again, love to men is respect. It's saying, you know what, I might not agree with this, but I respect your judgment, so I'm going to go with it. I'm going to do what you say. But, like, men don't want an argumentative woman.
You don't think men and women can be friends. Why do you think that?
Because it's some type of physical attraction there.
The reason why is because women don't provide that much value to men that they think they do.
I don't.
Perfect. Think about it. If men aren't that picky, and a majority of women meet the metric, are you really as special as you think you are?
Okay.
Digest it and think for a second.
Wow.
If men's standards, and they're pretty low, and the majority of women fit into these standards, are you really as special as you think you are?
Damn. Mic drop.
Misogyny.
It's too general.
Realistic expectations. They want a man that's 6 foot tall. He got to have a six-pack. He got to make 6 figures. He got to pay all her bills. He got to be able to take on trips. He got to be able to take care of her kids that she had with another nigga that don't take care of his kids. He got to be able to play daddy. They want a man to do all these things, and then you ask him, hey, what are you bringing to the table? And they tell you, me, I'm fine. Like pussy and a big booty is supposed to do. Y'all want a man with money. If y'all got a man with money, what would y'all do with the money? But go shopping. Y'all ain't smart enough to invest the money or nothing. So y'all ain't even no asset. You're more of a liability. A lot of these women running around here thinking that just because they got a nice body and they got good mouth and throat or whatever it is, that they're supposed to be able to keep a man. Don't you know that that same man can go pay a prostitute, have sex with him, and go on about his business and ain't got to deal with the headache? What do you think that you're bringing to the table besides that he can't get from somebody else? How are you an asset in his life? Most women are really liabilities. No goals, no aspirations, no none of that. But they want a man to come and play God in their life. Nah, man, stop playing.
No, so I'm saying you don't think men were more masculine back then than they are now?
Men in general, men worldwide were more masculine because we didn't have feminism. But see, the problem is black women, your mother's generation and your grandmother's generation, they really failed you guys because they told you didn't need a man. So you can't. Right. Who raised these feminine, weak black men that you have a problem with? Who raised them? Who raised them? 80% of black children are born out of wedlock. Who raised them? Who?
We did.
Who's we?
My mom or whoever my grandparents did.
Black who?
Women.
If you sit back and think about it, it's true. It's true. We got so many families being raised without fathers in the house. And we just got women that's raising boys. They're picking up traits from their mama. They don't mean to, they don't even know anything different. They're just what they see. So that's what they become. When you see a woman, you act like a woman. You get their traits and stuff like that. But when you see a man, you act like a man. You get their traits. You learn how to handle stuff the way that they handle stuff.
Away from a good man, talking about, oh, he wanted to go half on rent. He wanted to go half on
facts.
Like that is, you know how fatuous and name that is to say he wanted to go half. First of all, you are responsible for 100% of your life as an adult. 100% of your problems, 100% of your bills, 100% of your stress. And you mean to tell me you had a man right there like, I'll take half of that from you. And you was like, that ain't good enough.
Right.
I want you to take it all. I don't want to have no responsibility as an adult. And that is financial abuse. And that is feminine manipulation and abuse. So then, fellas, you need to walk away.
What's wrong with going half with a man? What's wrong with going half with a woman? Whatever happened to being a team and working together? That's why relationships ain't working no more. That's why marriage failing. That's why we looking dumb out here. Because we don't want to be a team. We don't want to work together. It's a competition. Black man, black woman, competition. And it shouldn't be like that. We're going to stay at the bottom unless we fix that shit.
Ain't no girl solid.
That's not true.
You cheated on a nigga before?
Hell yeah, and I do it again.
Solid. You cheated on a nigga before? You're not solid. You cheated on a nigga?
Maybe.
You never cheated
Queen.
on a nigga? How many boyfriends you had?
Period.
You're not solid.
Why?
How many niggas you saw you love them to? At least 3, 4.
At least, yeah.
Why are you loving that many niggas?
That's why men don't trust you. Squeezing that toothpaste in there. I want you to do it real fast for me. See, these older women don't teach y'all young girls about this right here. When y'all dealing with men and they open up to y'all and they talk to you. No, pour it all in there. That's what I want you to do. I want you to pour it in there. I want to teach you something. Now, he done opened up to you and told you some things, right? And he trusted you with that information. And you turned around and said all the mean things to him. You repeated back what he told you. And then you repeated 2 things that he told you not to. That's why I told you to put them 2 things right there. Now take this right here and put it back in the damn. Take all that toothpaste and put them back in them too.
I'm not gonna be able to do it.
That's why you shouldn't say things like that. You can talk and you can say mean things, but you can't take them back. Now he ain't gonna trust you no more. That's what the old school women don't teach y'all young girls. That's why y'all be messing up y'all relationships and don't know how to be feminine. You don't know how to do anything because your mouth too damn big. Be quiet sometimes. That's why men don't trust you.
What does a submissive woman do for her man?
Everything.
What does that mean?
You know, like packing his bag, unpacking his bag, just making sure all the things that he wants. And like, I pretty much read his mind. So it's like, if I know you and I study you, like I know how you are in the morning, I know how you are about midday, I know when you're in this mood, what you need. Like before you can ever ask me for something, I'm already on it. I mean, he's spoiled. And you know, when I talk to my girlfriends about it, they're always like, oh, how are you guys doing? And I'm just like, girl, he's rotten. I'm like, he's spoiled rotten. Like, he's rotten. But I love that. Like, I want him to be there. I think my biggest flex is how I treat my man.
What does a submissive...
We need more of that. We need a whole lot more of that. We need a whole lot more love instead of competition. Instead of warring with each other. We ain't gonna never get right. We ain't gonna never be able to fix this problem. Our kids that's coming up and our grandkids, they're gonna be a whole new different species because of what we started. Us together, black woman, black man. Man, let's do better. Let's fix this shit.
I can't switch the fact that we're only attracted to 20% of men, okay? I can't change that. I can't change the fact that half of women, by 2030, this is 6 years away, half of women are gonna be single and childless. This was a study done by bankers, not people that have a political agenda. So if you're married, women are gonna be fighting for whoever you got. They're gonna be, and the women already do that. Women want to be, you know, I always say that if we banned side chicks, if we made it illegal or something, the first people that would complain are women. There are women that go to NBA games trying to get men to cheat on their wives. This is, if you have a guy that other women like, that's just what it's gonna be. And, you know, I didn't make that world. This was the fault of our grandmothers and great-grandmothers. I didn't do it.
About Asia handling all of your finances. You talked about how when it comes to your business and most major decisions in your life, you don't care about anybody else's opinion. But you stopped yourself and said, except my wife.
She was valedictorian of her high school. She reminded me of my mom and my sister. I noticed it when we got married when she was still in college. When we moved in together, she would do her schoolwork from sun up to sundown. I've never seen somebody not stop. She's relentless. So I knew this would be the perfect person to like manage, because she would cook already for me. And she would make sure the house was clean, even when she worked. But the way she did that schoolwork impressed me. And that's when I always tell young men, you want a girl smarter than you. She's way more book smart than me. She can read faster than me. She was also way more mature too. So it's like she forced me to up my game.
See, this is what you consider a better half. She making this man better with everything. The better half. Something that you can't live without. That shit's so rare. It's so rare nowadays, like it's so rare to have that. And I think we deserve that. Black woman, black man, we deserve that shit.
Why are you masculine?
It don't even matter.
I don't care what happened to you as I'm a 40-year-old man.
You got a daughter?
No, I don't.
Because
But that's not
fair if you're
But my
feminine.
point is this. My point is this. You all wouldn't care if a man came to you feminine and said, my dad wasn't in my life. My mom didn't teach me this. You say, bro, you 38 years old. I don't want to deal with a feminine man that hasn't addressed his issues. So for me, dealing with a woman that way, I'm going to tell you the same thing. I understand you had issues or whatever growing up and you had to be a certain way, but I'm not going to put up with it as far as trying to be in a relationship with you because you don't know how to be a feminine woman.
So what's a feminine woman? What's your definition?
The woman that basks in her femininity. She knows how to be submissive to a man. She knows how to speak life into a man. She knows how to nurture. She knows how to take care of a home, take care of kids. She knows how to be accountable. She knows how to be reasonable. She knows how to be understanding when she's dealing with a man and knows which battles to choose when she's dealing with them.
Time. Fellas, if you have found yourself a woman out the South, and when I say the South, I mean places like Georgia, Louisiana, South Carolina, Alabama, you know, places like that, you have indeed found yourself a good thing, a top tier woman at that. But baby, if you have found yourself a woman from Mississippi, oh baby, you may as well take yourself on down to the K's or the Zales, cause you need a ring for her. You done found yourself a wife. Ding, 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 ding. Baby, you have just hit the jackpot. Let me tell you something, baby. A woman from the SIP, ooh, she gonna hit every single time.
I went to school in Mississippi, and she ain't lying. She is not lying at all. They got nothing but marriage material out there. Like they've been raised since birth to be wives. Good wives. I went to school in Mississippi. I'm telling you, man. Hey, she ain't lying.